Hey guys, I'm Jay, and today's video is a viewer requested. What I did was I posted a poll on the community tab of my channel asking, if you would be interested in a Ganzo G-Lock disassembly video. Over 60% of you responded yes, so here we are. For today's dissection, I chose the FB760. And now, if you remember, when this was released, it was a big deal for Ganzo because this was their very first production folder with a ball bearing pivot. The only tools needed for today are going to be your Torx number 6 for the body screws and then the T8 for the pivot. We got a lot to do, so let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and start with the body screws. Now remember, Ganzo uses very, very soft screws, so they strip out easily. So you really want to be careful, and if you're unable to get, it's loosened all the way and it still won't come out, don't worry, just leave it, because when you separate the scales, it'll come out with that. So something else that might help with this disassembly is a magnet. So if you're unable to, if the screw is not coming out as you unscrew it and it still stays seated even though it's completely loosened, take a magnet. Ready? Boop. There we go. So I just wanted to go ahead and just do a close-up so you can see the pocket clip here. And you don't have to remove both of these screws. You can actually leave the clip attached, but the top screw does have to come out. Top or closest to the pommel, I guess, good way to remember. Now here's where it starts to really get fun with the spring, much like the Omega spring in the Benchmade's axis lock. So we have to go ahead and remove that. Be careful, because you do not want to bend this too much. Just pops right out of that little pin-sized hole, and there it is. Now remember, to separate the liners, you're going to have to go ahead and take out this screw as well at the pommel end. And it's magnetic. Man, do I love magnetic screws. I know that that means, you know, that they're not titanium, but man, they're just easy to work with as far as removing them from the holes. Now with the springs removed, the G-Lock studs, can you see that? Just moves freely. And there it is. Ta-da! All right, now we get to put it back together. And I just wanted to back away from the table so you could see all of these pieces, because this disassembly is not an easy one. It's actually a little on the challenging side. So if you're not comfortable with disassembling your knives yet, I would definitely not start with this one. There are just so many pieces, and with the springs, you know, the G-Lock.
Hey, really quick, go ahead, click on that subscribe button if you're looking for knife reviews that get right to the point. And if you enjoyed this video at all and you got any value from it, how about a thumbs up? Thanks, guys.
I'm going to go ahead and start with that little screw down by the pommel. All right, let's go ahead and we'll begin the reassembly with the show side. So, side without the clip, pocket clip. Now the pivot screw and collar. Now the collar does have a flat side, so just make sure you kind of line that up. And I'm not going to put it all the way through, but I just want to have something in there to catch the blade once we get to that step. And you'll see what I mean here in a second. So just like that. This part's tricky. So, holding the ball bearings in, and then just like so. There we go. Now you see why I put the pivot collar and screw back in just a little bit. cow, I got that on the first try. That never friggin' happens. Now the other scale. You remember with this one, we have to just kind of slide it back in under the clip. There we go. Pivot wasn't all the way in. Now the moment of truth. Centered up really nice. Let's check. Nope, no play. Wow. Now, those of you that stuck around until the end, congratulations. Thank you. And you know what? It's going to pay off because I have some channel stickers that I had made up. If anybody would like one, send an email to theknifebeater@gmail.com. Put it down there in the bottom. And I'll need, obviously, your name, address, all your information, and I will send you one of these.